This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so good morning all and welcome back to the session. This is Big Data Masters program and we are going through with Hive. In the previous session, we have discussed about the Hive views, and with respect to the Hive views, these are nothing but uh, acting as a table only, and we are not passing the entire information to the customer or to the person for whom these particular Hive views are being prepared. So Hive views are required for the security perspective as well. Okay, and we have gone through with these Hive views in detail. And apart from this, we have gone through with a topic that is normalization, and that is a process dividing the big table into the smaller chunks, and this is done in order to minimize inconsistency which is there inside the data warehouses or data lakes, or inside the big data world. But once we are talking about the Hive is not a tool which is preferring normalization. Over here, we are believing in denormalizations. We are keeping big files or big tables, and we are working onto the big tables because we are not dealing with modify or insert kind of operations. Hive is purely meant for the analytics perspective, and once it is the case of analytics, then nothing is there with respect to insert and update or modify. Okay, so that's why Hive is preferring denormalization. Then we have gone through with some basic commands like how to create tables, how to insert records into those tables, and what I believe all of you have gone through with the practice part uh, for Hive commands, for SQL commands, in order to have the better understanding. So that is mandatory, and what I believe you must practice the SQL and Hive commands. Okay, moving further, friends, today we are going to cover the new topic that is types of tables. Although, like we have discussed a little bit with respect to tables in Hive, okay, types of tables in Hive. So, once we are talking about tables in Hive, then there are three types of tables in Hive. Okay, first one is managed table, second one is external table, and third one is temporary table. That is not so much important, but like we are going through with this journey, and you must be having the understanding like where the temporary table are existing and how we will be able to see those particular table and what is the significance of these particular tables, although like these are not so much important, and we are not going to create temporary tables. Okay, these are created by system based upon its use only. Okay, let me pick the first one, that is managed table. So once we are talking managed tables are those tables or default tables basically. And once we are creating the managed table, then we are going to like these are the tables which are managed by Hive. What I can say, these are the tables which are managed by Hive. So once we are going to create these particular tables, we are going to provide the details, and the main thing will appear once we are going to drop these particular tables. In case of managed tables, once we are going to drop these particular tables, the data and metadata, both of these particular things will be gone up. We know inside the Hive world there are two main things, data and metadata. Once we are talking about tables, then data and metadata, these are the two things. So data and metadata combined together, joined together, and will provide you a view, tabular view, in order to have the analysis. Okay, so inside the Hive tables, once we are going to delete or drop the tables, then data and metadata, both of these particular things will be gone. Now let me write it down. So default, these are the default tables. default tables in Hive. So if you are not mentioning anything, then the table will be the managed table. So if you are not mentioning anything while creating the table, then it will be managed table only, where Hive is managing the data and Hive is having complete control. Control of tables, of these tables. Okay, so we have gone through with practical as well onto the managed table. Say if we are going to drop table, then data and metadata, both of these particular things will be gone. So if we are going to run drop table command, then data and metadata, both of the things will be gone. Okay, and these are not preferred in production environment. So why these are not preferred? Because say what we are having in high tables, data and plus metadata. So metadata, data is stored inside the HDFS and metadata is stored inside the RDBMS. RDBMS in our case, that is MySQL. Okay, so once we are going to run the drop table command, this particular data and this metadata, both of these particular things will be gone, and we will be having nothing at that moment. Okay, nothing we will have, and if like the data is gone, then we will not be able to work. Okay, it might be possible like someone mistakenly fired the drop table command, executed the drop table command. At that moment, like both of these particular things will be gone. So that is not the preferred way in order to work inside the production environment. If we are having the data, then we can create the schema. That is nothing but the metadata, and it will be maintained inside the RDBMS. So metadata can be created, but we will not be able to produce actual data which was deleted. Metadata can be produced, but the data can't be produced. So because of this particular reason, these particular tables are not preferred inside the production environment. Okay. Second one is the external table. External tables. So now over here we are having the drawback. Say if we are going to fire the drop table command, then both of these particular things will be gone. Then is there any way by which I will be able to save the data? Metadata I can create that can be reproduced, but is there any way by which I will be able to save this particular data, that is actual data basically? So the solution for this particular problem is external table, friends. So external tables are the tables which are defined with the keyword external. So if we are going to create, so in the previous example, let me open. So over here, what we are going to do, say create table if not exist. So this is nothing but the command for the manage table. If we are not mentioning anything over here, That is the manage table, or create manage table we can mention in this particular way as well, huh? Create manage table, huh? But if you are uh, create external table, then what you need to do, create external table, huh? Create external table if not exist, and then the syntax will remain same. And over here we just need to provide the path as well, huh? Like where we are going to store the data, the data source we also need to provide over here, huh? Okay. So the main thing what will happen once we are going to create the external table inside the Hive, then the metadata will be deleted, the actual data will remain same inside the SDFS or the location which we are going to mention, huh? Okay. So over here what we can say, like the location we need to mention over here, like field terminated by this, and say location, huh? So location of the data, basically on which path the the data is available, huh? Say my data is available on to say home, or you can say user, Cloudera, and say uh, batch 32, and we are having say product CSV over there, product.csv, huh? So say this is the file, this is the location of the data, and what we are going to do, we are going to create the external table onto top of this particular data. And this is like a little bit schema, like it will be having ID, name. I'm just giving you an hypothetical example, like this is the CSV file what I'm having, and based upon this particular file we are having two columns, and we are going to create the external table, huh? At this moment this particular table will be external table, friends. And if you are going to execute the drop table command over here, at that moment what will happen, the table metadata will be gone, but the actual data will remain onto this particular position or location. It will not be deleted, huh? But in the previous case what was happening, the data plus metadata, both of these particular things will be uh, was going on. We will we will we are not able to, we were not able to get anything once we were uh, executing the drop table command in case of manage tables, huh? So that is the beauty of external table, huh? Let me write it down with respect to the theoretical aspect. So over here data is external to Hive, huh? It is maintained by user user. If we are going to execute drop table command, at that moment the metadata will be gone, but there will not be any impact on actual data. That is nothing but this product.csv, this particular location, huh? Over here, as like if you are able to see this particular command, okay, so with the help of this particular command itself we are able to get like up to over here, like what we are doing, we are creating the metadata with respect to this particular location, huh? Whatever is available onto this particular location, based upon this particular data we are going to create the tables. And now this particular table, that will be external table to Hive. Why external? Because data is external to Hive over here. Okay, it is not like it is not mandatory the data will be stored in user Hadoop Hive warehouse and then DB, that is not mandatory over here, huh? Okay, so that is the case with respect to external table. We will see with practical as well, no need to worry, but just you need to have the understanding what are the external table and what is the significance of these particular tables, why we need to have these particular tables. Now if we are having actual data on this particular location and someone fired the drop table command, then this particular table, you will not be able to see this particular table inside the Hive. Okay, you will not be able to see the metadata inside the MySQL, but the actual data will be available onto this particular location which you are going to mention. Now if you are having this particular data, then by going through with this particular data you will be able to create schema, and you can have the metadata, then you will be able to serve to the customer or someone who is having the significance of this particular data, right? Just have a look and ask if you are having any doubt, all of you. External tables, these are like very important topic, huh?
Ashok, this location is for the actual data, na? Like from
Yeah,
which file
to the
we
actual
are
data.
going to create this
Yes.
external table, and where this
Hmm.
external table will be saved.
Where this external that will be available inside the warehouse and all, huh?
Acha, inside the inside Hive.
Mm. Yes, yes, like there will be symmetry, huh? Okay, that will be there. Like the table will be created in that particular database where you are going to create, huh?
Okay,
Okay, say over here, let me type Hive. We are just mentioning the data location, raw data location, table creation and all these particular things will remain same.
okay, okay.
Let me show you. What has happened. Let's take time. Show databases. Okay, and say use batch 32. Show tables. Okay, say you are going to create table over here, huh? Certain table you are going to create, but the table will be say you are going to mention say external table, huh? So external table, like it is going to have the data from like from a particular location. Okay, now you will be able to see this particular table in user Hive, warehouse, and this particular DB that you have preferred over here, huh? And then you will be having the table name and then the structure or the data and partition and all, huh? Okay, now you are going to fire the drop table command, then at that moment this particular table from here it will be deleted, the metadata will be deleted, that means the entry inside the user warehouse, it will be gone, but the data that you are having, that will remain same onto the location which you have mentioned over here, right? There will not be any impact onto the data. The location, the actual, like the raw data, that will remain same over here, right? It will not be deleted. It can this is external to Hive, huh? Hive is having the control of what is available inside the Hive, right?
So actually, the data is at two places, in the Hive and outside the Hive. Two copies there, na? Hello.
Actually, the table, yes, there is data inside the Hive tables, right? But
Yes,
Hive
yes,
tables
yes.
are referring the data from this particular location. Once you are going to drop, once you are going to execute the drop table command, okay, then this particular data will remain same at this particular location, right? This one,
Ashok,
okay, the table entry and all.
can we do practical regarding this manage table and external table? That how?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes,
Yes.
we will do
Okay. Thanks.
practically. Yeah, we will do
Yes.
practically.
Yes.
No need
Yeah.
to
Okay.
worry. But before that, like we will try to to get the understanding how to load the data inside the tables. Right?
Okay, Ashok.
Okay. Okay. So the actual data will not be impacted. Actual data will remain same. You what you just need to do, you just create the schema, and then you will be able to have that particular table again, and then you will be able to serve the customer, right? So that is the case once we are talking about the external tables, right? Let me try to do it practically. So first we will create the manage tables, and manage tables are nothing but we can create with this particular example. Say this is the command. Let me beeline hyphen u jdbc, then it will be Hive 2. Perfect. Beeline. No drive to handle Hive 2. Mhm. Okay, I think it will work now. Connecting to JDBC Hive. Okay. So show databases. Okay. Use say batch 32. Show tables. And what we are having say employee table. Employee table is there. So say describe formatted employer. Okay. So this is the table, and just have a look over here. The table type, table information we will be able to see over here. That is nothing but the table type managed table. Okay, and this is the location, like where this particular table is existing, And now over here, like if we are going to execute the drop table command, then the data and metadata, both these particular things will be gonna. Just have a look over here. uh, so let me open SQL as well. So databases, use metastore, that is having metadata information, and show tables, and select star from TBLS, that is having the table information. Okay, so over here what we are able to see, the employee table, we are able to see employee table over here. Now if we are going to drop this particular employee table, so say drop table and employer. Okay, so the table has been dropped, and the metadata, like is entry from this particular MySQL, that is maintaining the metadata, it has been dropped down. And if we are going to say check the stuff over here, like say describe formatted employee, so we are not having, like the table not existing, a table not found, we will be getting this particular error. Okay, now what will happen once we are having the external table, so what we are going to do at this moment, like we are going to create the external table, and inside the external table, uh, what we will be having, the data will be external to this particular Hive. So data will be available into a particular location that is external to Hive. So we just need to mention that particular location. So say this is, say product CSV. Let me create a particular table that is having some or file, or probably we are having something inside the shared folder, data set. Okay, so say this is the data what we are having. Onto top of this particular data, what I'm trying to do, I'm going to create a particular table. Onto the top of this particular data, I'm trying to create a table, products.csv. So this is a table. This is a file what I'm having, and this data file. So over here inside this, I'm having this particular file. So let me try to copy this particular file, product CSV, and product CSV, and let me try to move it over here. This is available, and this is already available. Okay, same file. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create, first I'm going to create a schema based upon the fields what we are having uh, in this particular table, or in this particular CSV file. So with respect to this, over here I'm having three fields, so iPhone 7, and say amount. So what I can create, uh, create external table, and if not exists, say test table, or say product underscore ext, that is the table name. And what I'm having, say, product name, so the product name, and that is of, say, string type, string. Then what I'm having, info, what I can say, info, that is also of string type. And then what I'm having, say, amount, I can say amount, and that is of, say, integer type. Okay, so I'm having three fields in this particular table, and
So
that is row for, yes,
for product name string.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So product name string, info, that is string, and amount is of integer type, row format delimited, and that is CSV file, so field terminated by CSV. And location, so location over here, so what I'm going to mention, say, the location of this particular table, so the table location, let me try to mention this particular location, so okay, so probably we need to move it inside the Cloudera or Hadoop, then we will be able to to have this, so I need to put the CSV file is inside the HDFS. Let me try to do. Probably we will get some error. Okay, so it is show tables. Okay, product txt, select star from product txt. It is working. Let me try to check. Okay, so products information, nothing is there. Field parser. Just a minute. So let me try to check over here. name node, utilities, logs, user hive warehouse batch 32. Okay, it is not registered over here yet. Just a minute. Lines terminated by this stored as text file. Location this. Let me try to create with this particular command. Drop table and product txt. The entry is not there. Product name, washing machine. Schema is, I think, good. Fields terminated by a line. Let me try to remove this particular. Okay. Okay, let me try to put this particular file inside the HDFS first. Probably like it is not taking the location properly. So what we are going to do, we need to do, Hadoop okay, Hadoop fs-ls and user Cloudera. So we are trying to move this particular product CSV into say test. So Hadoop fs hyphen put, and from this particular path to user Cloudera and test and this product CSV. I'm trying to move from this path to this path. And let me check test. So product CSV will be available over here. So test.
Error was there, na? While we are
What
moving
was
this
the
file.
error? Home Cloudera. No such directory. File or directory. Product.csv. It is there. Home Cloudera desktop Hive products. That is there.
Okay.
Because of this, I think we are getting error. Is this the complete path? So this is the file, this is the path. I think some changes there. Na? Okay, product. Let me try to copy this path. No such file or directory. Is it product.csv? This is product.csv. Okay, okay, name mistake. Products. This is products.csv. Products.csv. It will be executed. Code exception. What is the exception? Interrupt DFS. Just a minute. So over here we are able to see product.csv. Yeah? Okay. And say cat. At this time it has been copied. Right. So what is the content of this? That is perfectly fine. We are able to get the same content. Now let me try to modify it over here as well. Drop table product dot see product underscore ext. Perfectly fine. Now let me try to re-execute this particular command. Select star from product underscore ext. Still the same.
Still, you are using home cloud data, na? Instead of that, we have to use.
I'm just trying. I'm just trying. I'm just trying.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the path. That will be user cloud era.
Test.
This is product. So product CSV is not a directory. Oh, hmm. Okay. So what I need to do, Hadoop fs-ls user cloud era test. So what I need to do, hmm, so what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to move this particular file in a new directory inside the Hadoop. Because like once we are going to create the external table, it is asking for the directory name, not the file name, right? So at this moment, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mention the Hive test. That's it. Okay, Hive test, that is fine. Okay, so at this moment, like we are able to get the data. Okay, although like we are not able to get with respect to the amount, but we will check, like, because of there might be some issue with respect to the data type. Like data type, probably we need to check float. Let me try to check with respect to that as well. Make UI. Okay, we are having this one. I think this is fine. Okay, we need to check why, like, amount is not, we are not able to get the amount. iPhone 7. That we can do, that we can check. Now let me try to conclude what was happening. So the main thing is that once we are going to create the actional table, uh, during creation of actional table, it will be expecting the folder name, not or directory name, not the file name. So we were mentioning over here products dot csv, products.csv. So that will not be the case once we are working with the external tables. We just need to provide the folder path. The main thing, what is the beauty of this particular thing, because it might be possible in this particular directory we are getting, say, early stats. So we have created a particular structure or schema, that is, say, product name is this one, having this particular schema, then info is string, amount is integer. Okay, so we have defined a structure with respect to the data. Now on, at each and every hour, what we are having, we are getting the the records, say we are getting the hourly KPIs. This is nothing but, say, HDFS. This is the location of HDFS, and one third party application that is dumping the data into this particular locations. Like we are having certain jobs which are being executed on hourly basis, and what these particular jobs are going to do, say, onto this particular location, say I'm having 10 a.m. dot csv. Okay, then at 1100 hours, what I'm having, 11 a.m. dot csv. Okay, then on to, say, next hour we will be having 12 p.m. dot csv. In this particular way, what I will be having, I will be getting the new files in this particular directory. Say 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 a.m. The files are keep on, you can say, adding up. So if the files are keep on adding, then the data which is available at this particular location will be keep on increasing. And if the data is keep on increasing, then like, it is not mandatory we need to create different tables for each and every, different tables for each and every r stats. So we just create a table based upon the directory which is having the same schema or in all the files, and one table is going to accommodate the complete data. Let me try to show you. Say we are having another file. Let me copy this, and over here inside with what we are having, we are having product csv, and properties. I'm willing to rename this, say, products1.csv. Yeah. Okay, products1.csv. Now I'm trying to move this particular products1.csv in this particular location. So with this particular command, hadoop fs, and I will move products1.csv to this particular folder, directory products1.csv. So my not test, I just want to have inside the test, hive test, because I have given this particular path, hive test. So I want to have this particular file inside the hive test. It will not be executed. Hive test. Okay, so this particular products1.csv, it has been moved, and now the data, just have a look onto the data which is available onto this particular uh, in this particular table. So the records automatically increased, right? Have we recreated this particular table? No, we have just inserted the another file with same schema on that particular location, and the records has been increased, right? Are you able to get? Are you
So
able
a
to
scheme,
visualize?
schema must be same, na, for
Yes,
those
yes,
two
schema
files.
must be same.
If what happens if the schema is not same for all the files?
It will not like entertain those particular files.
Okay,
Okay,
means
or
it will
it will throw
discard
errors.
throw error, or it will
Yes, it will
discard
discard the rest
the.
of the columns. Rest of the columns.
Can we try
Okay.
to move one files with different schema in that folder so that we can check that what will happen?
Just have a look. Just have a look.
Yeah.
So say what we are having another file. We are moving away from the topic. So just have a look onto this particular file. So this is the say rank CSV. This is the another file what I'm having. And let me try to check the columns. Okay, it is having two columns. Rank CSV. So properties, and I'm trying to move this particular file, and this is Hadoop. Okay, and from here rank CSV. I'm trying to move the file with another name inside this particular paste rank CSV. Perfectly fine. And inside the Hive, I'm going to change the name to rank CSV. Okay, perfect. So rank CSV has been dumped onto this particular location. Now let me try to execute the command. Okay, so the first two columns has been inserted. What I have mentioned, like it is going to, let me try to show you. Say if this particular table, this particular table is having five columns, so it is going to ingest five columns into this particular data. Rest three columns, those particular things will not be available, right? Because it is going to and it is treating these particular say, although like numerical, these are the numerical values, but it is treating these particular numerical things as a string, because this inside the schema what we have defined as a variable character, or string. We have defined string for these particular for this particular column, right? Let me try to show with the more columns. At that moment you will be having more clarity. Okay, uh, comma, it will have all these are the two columns records. Yes, okay, let me try to show. So what it will do, it will take this particular record and this particular record. First uh, two records will be there, and it is not going to entertain the remaining columns. So grocery.csv, I'm going to move grocery.csv inside this particular directory. Groceries.csv. And just have a look over here now. Select star from Mm, it is there. Okay, so just have a look. So first two, although like it is not say from, it has alphabetically sorted, huh? Okay, so it has alphabetically sorted this particular thing. So this is the content of groceries.csv. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has alphabetically sorted, huh? So say what, that's what we are able to see over here, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, and Seattle, and for rest of the columns it is having nothing, huh? Right? Banaras and 2017, huh? Right? These particular columns has not entertained, huh? So what I'm trying to say over here, like if the data is keep on increasing in a particular location, then we will be able to get the outcome with respect to the schema what we have defined, say we have defined the schema for 5 columns, so it is going to pick 5 columns from that particular file, rest of the columns will be ignored, right? And it is going to pick first 5. It is not like systematically it is going to pick, so it is mandatory to have the same schema if once we are going to mention a particular folder, right?
Yes, Ashok.
Okay, let me try to explain it once again. So friends, what we are going to understand over here, we are having external tables. In external tables, what we are going to do, we are going to create the external table with the help of the keyword, the name external. We are just specifying the external name and then specifying the schema. These particular things are the same in manage table and external table, apart from this particular external keyword. In external table, we need to specify the location where the data is existing, where the data is available, and it must be defined with the directory structure, with respect to directory. It is not like say we are going to specify the name over here, file name. Okay, so we must specify the directory where the data is available, and if we are having more than one files, then the schema of those particular files which are available in this particular directory will be must be same, it must be same, otherwise it will you will not be able to get the actual outcome, like the data will be merged one after another, and you will not be able to get the required outcome. That will be, you can say, meaningless data. Over here what we are able to see, we have kept, we try to put different files with different schema, or different types of records, or different flavor of data, and that has placed in that particular path. Now it is meaningless, like is this the product id? Okay, from with respect to this particular file, it might be the case like we are having the required outcome, but with respect to the remaining files, this particular table is meaningless, and we are not able to get, we will not be able to do analytics on to top of this particular file, okay. So that is the case. Once we are going to specify the path for actionable tables, we must have all the files with same schema in the given path. If a file is there with a different schema or different flavor of data, then the table what we are going to create on top of that particular location, that particular table will not have meaningful information, or that will not, that is not going to provide you some some outcome. You will not be able to do the analytics, now just have a look over here, describe formatted, and describe formatted, and then you just need to mention the product underscore ext, yeah. Okay, And just have a look over here. Okay, this is the table of the type of table. Table type. Table type is nothing but the external table over here. Table type is external table. And just have a look the entry inside the RDBMS. Select star from TVLS. So over here, what we are able to see product table. And product table is nothing but the external table. Product table is nothing but external table. Now the another main important aspect. Okay, the location. Where is which one is the location of this particular table? That is available inside the high that is available in this particular location only. This particular table is available in this particular location only. Now just have a look onto the stuff. Say if we are going to execute the drop table command, drop table product underscore ext. Okay, so the table has been dropped. The table has been dropped, and what happened with the metadata? So the metadata, from the metadata perspective, it has been gone. But this particular location, the location user Cloudera Hive and Hive test, that is not inside the Hive. That is external to Hive, and this particular location will remain same over here. Just have a look over here. We will be having the tables. We will be having the files. Have ls hyphen user Cloudera and say test and Hive test. Hive test. Okay, so we will be having all the files which we have loaded over here. Okay, so all of these particular files are available. What we just need to do, we just need to create the schema, and then we will be able to take the benefit from this particular data which is external to Hive, which is external to Hive. And one more thing, like which I have mentioned, there will not be any entry inside this user Hive warehouse with respect to the external tables, right? There will not be any entry. It will not be registered inside the warehouse, user warehouse, right?
Yes, yes, Ashok.
Okay, let me try to repeat it once again. So what we are having, first let me try to drop these particular uh, unwanted files, or at this moment, like let me try to create the schema based upon the rank file, and rank, let me check. Let me try to check the rank file, rank dataset. So vi, and it is having say name and say amount. So we are having two fields, name and amount. So with respect to this, what I'm going to do, I'm having say person name or name say, and that is of string type. And what we are having say amount, any amount. So that is of say integer type. So what we are having two fields in this particular table, and I'm going to drop the remaining tables. I'm sorry, files. So rm hadoop fs hyphen rm, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop these particular files. Copy and paste. Okay, so it has been deleted. Now I'm going to products one, just sorry, grocery has been deleted. Okay, we are looking for the rank one. products. Let me try to drop the products. Product CSV, and then no file product CSV. So I'm going to delete the unwanted files which are available in this particular location. So this has been deleted. Products1.csv, it is also deleted. No such file. So product one. So product one is also deleted. Okay, and now let me try to check what is available inside this. Probably like single file is available at this moment inside this particular user Cloudera test and Hive test. In this particular path, we are having single file now, rank data set. So I'm going to create a table that is nothing but say rank data set. That is rank data set, and that will be say external table. And this is the schema with respect to this particular table rank data set that will be having two columns and row format delimited, fields terminated by this, and I'm going to store it as a text file, and location is this one. Perfectly fine. Let me try to copy and paste this particular command over here inside this particular Hive prompt. So no rows impacted, and let me try to run select star from which one, rank data set. Rank data set. Okay, so just have a look what we are having. We are having the information based upon this particular we are able to create the table based upon the data which is available inside that particular rank data set. Okay, now what I have mentioned, like why we are going to have path only, not the complete path. We are why we are going to mention the directory path over here, because it might be possible the data is being ingested onto this particular location by third party application, and once the data is ingested, the table will be updated automatically. Yeah, it is not like say we just need to ingest in this particular we need to create the table again and again. The table data will be updated automatically. Let me try to show you once again. So say if this particular file groceries data set, so this particular rank data set, this particular file, if I'm going to ingest rank data set again over here, then I will be having two files. Let me try to show you. So over here we are having rank data set. I have created another copy of this rank data set, and or let me try to do it with Windows. So say I'm having rank data set over here. Okay, rank data set is there, and I'm going to create a copy, and I'm going to insert some more records. Say Pankaj, and say 3000, and I'm going to insert certain records. Say Gaurav, Rohit, Vikas. Okay, and let me try to copy from here. Okay, and so on what I can say. So this is the another file which is ingested after like some time. So rank data set one. Rank data set one is the another file which is having some new records. Now uh, the table I just need to create the table once, and the next time what will happen, the table will, once the records are available in that particular directory, or once a new file is available with the same schema in that particular directory, then the table will be updated automatically. Yeah. So over here, week 5, what we are having, rank dataset 1. So I'm going to say copy inside the rank dataset. So over here inside the shared folder, dataset 5, we are having rank dataset 1. Not, it is not updated. Hive dataset, rank 1. Okay, rank dataset, and this is the another table, another file, sorry, what I'm having, and I'm going to place it inside over here. Okay, because I'm loading from this particular path. So I'm having another file at after some time, that is rank dataset 1. What I will do, I will just load this particular file as well. So Hadoop fs hyphen put, and I'm going to load this particular file from this particular path, rank dataset. Onto this particular path, I'm having rank dataset 1 from, and the name is rank dataset 1. Paste dataset 1, and where I'm going to load this, I'm going to load this over here onto this particular path, copy and paste it. And I'm going to mention the file name rank dataset 1.csv. Copy, and I'm going to paste it over here. Rank dataset 1, rank dataset 1. Okay, so I'm going to move this particular file which I have created, which is having certain new records. Onto this particular path, I'm trying to move this particular file, rank dataset 1. And let me try to check the records, like is it moved correctly or not. Hyphen cat, and I'm going to mention this particular path. So I'm willing to have the records which are available onto this particular path. Paste, and it is going to list the record which I have inserted. So cat command is going to provide me. So this is what I have created. Okay, so this is the new file. So new file has been inserted in the location, and this is the location. On top of this location, my table has been created. The table is having this particular these particular records. Okay, now another file is there, and I just need to check, like select star from this, and it is going to provide me the records which have recently inserted. So just have a look, these particular records automatically came once I just put the new file with same schema over there. If I'm going to put the file which is having like I have created two columns, but it might be possible by mistakenly I put a file which is having say 10 columns or 15 columns. So what it will do, it is going to pick first two columns only, and then with respect to those two columns it is going to list the data, and from the rest of the columns we will not be having anything. That is the case with respect to the external tables, like we are going to specify the location where this particular on top of this particular data the table is created. And once we are going to drop this particular table which is created, then what will happen, this particular data or this particular table will gone. Okay, it will be gone, it will go, and the metadata will be gone, but the actual data which is placed onto this particular location, that will remain unaffected, the data will remain over here, but this particular metadata and table, these particular things will be gone, so that's what I have explained over here. Like it might be possible the third party applications are continuously putting the data, okay, on a particular location, and you are just going to perform the analysis. Now you can imagine, like you are getting the data, you are getting the hourly KPI, yeah? Okay, say if the stats are not available for 11 a.m, then you will not be able to see the entry of 11 a.m, like if you are looking for the early stats, but once the stats are available, and if you are continuously like trying to fetch, and if the stats are available, those particular like records with respect to the 1100 hours or the 11 a.m will be visible, you have done nothing, and nothing has been done at the back end, like in order to modify table structure and all, but we just put the new file inside the directory, inside the location based upon this particular table is being created. So the table is updated automatically, and then you will be able to see the records, okay. You are just changing the data inside the location, rest each and everything will be happening automatically. Like it might be possible based upon this particular data some joining is being happened, and after the joining or aggregations you are getting certain KPIs, those particular things will be happening automatically just by putting this particular new records inside the desired location. Is it clear with respect to the external tables, friends, all of you?
Yes, yes, Ashok.
I,
Yes,
I
Ashok.
I want buying from all of you. Swati, Mukesh,
Yes, it's clear, Ashok.
Gaurav, Naresh, Kapil,
Yes,
Vikas.
sir, got it.
Okay, so each
Yes,
and
sir.
everything will perfect, so what will happen, the metadata will be gone, and the table name and all, you will not be able to see the tables once you are going to drop tables, fire the drop table commands, that will be gone, but the actual data onto that particular location will remain same, it will remain unimpacted, okay. That is with respect to the external table, show tables. Let me try to show you something. At this moment, it is not available. Okay, so fine. So probably like I'm looking for the temporary table. So once you are going to have a particular session, so at this moment, what we are having, we are working with Hive. We are working with Hive. We logged in inside the Hive, and we are keep on creating the tables. Sometimes what will happen, I will show you, like we will be working a lot with Hive. So sometime it will happen, you will be able to see some tables over here which are not created by you, okay. So those are nothing but the temporary table. It is not created at this moment, but like for this particular session or session, I'm talking about Hive, not my session. So once you have logged in inside the Hive, with respect to your work, Hive is going to create uh, certain views or tables temporarily in order to fulfill your requirement. So those tables are nothing but the temporary tables, and we are not having control on top of those particular tables. It is something, say, which is Hive is doing by itself in order to fulfill your requirement. Like you are willing to have the bucketization, you are willing to move the data from one table to another. At that moment, what will happen? Some intermediary tables are being created by Hive, and those are not necessary from our perspective. Okay, being a user of Hive, like those particular tables are not so much important for me, but for Hive those particular things are important, and with respect to a particular sessions, those particular tables are available. And once you are going to close the session, then those particular tables are gone. That is with respect to the temporary tables. So what I have mentioned, we are having three types of tables. Managed tables, so those tables are nothing but the default tables, and once we are going to drop, each and everything will be lost. Irrespective of this, external tables, we are just utilizing or using a special keyword, that is external, in order to create the tables. And the beauty of these particular tables are the data will remain unimpacted, but the metadata will be gone. And these tables are preferred inside the production environment because we don't want to lose our data. If we are if we are not having metadata, then we can manage. We can manage by creating the table once again, but we can't bear the loss of actual data. So these tables are preferred. Then the third one, that is nothing but the temporary table. Temporary tables. So those particular tables, these are nothing or these are nothing but created by Hive in order to perform some task. These are not important from developers or user perspective, and available for a particular session only. Once the session is closed, then these particular tables will be lost. Okay, so this is with respect to the temporary tables. We are not able to see at this moment. Okay, so what we have seen, we are having three types of tables: managed, external, and temporary. We will see the temporary tables once these are created in our session. So in order to perform certain intermediary tasks, these tables are available inside the Hive. Now the next topic, what it will be, loading the data into Hive tables. Okay, loading the data into Hive tables. So what we have seen so far, like we have seen the stuff unsystematically. But once we are talking about the systematic stuff, like say once we have created a particular table, then we need to move in order to load the data into those particular tables. So once we are talking about loading the data into the tables, then there are three main you can say methods by which we will be able to load the data into these particular tables. Okay, so three main ways. First one is insert. There are three methods in order to load the data into tables. Okay, first one is insert. We have seen with the help of insert. Okay, like that is nothing but after creation of table. Just have a look over here. So we have created a table, and after creation of this particular table, what we are doing, we are inserting the data with the help of this insert into table. So okay, let me write it down now. So how we are creating inserting insert into what, into test table, insert into test table and values, and you are just going to mention say id1 and say name string, say dash 32. That is nothing but say certain records are being inserted with respect to this particular data. This is test table. First is ID and second one is a string. So I will be able to insert. But what is happening once I'm inserting this particular with the help of this particular method, then it is going to fire what? What is fired once I'm going to insert the data with the help of this?
Map reduced.
Map reduce jobs are being fired. Okay, so this is not the preferred way, as it is time consuming stuff. We are inserting records one by one, and MR jobs are being fired each and every time. Okay, so say if we are having thousands of records, then is it a good practice to insert the records one by one, and like thousands map reduce jobs will be there, and like we will be having a lot of latency? So that is not the preferred way, friends. Like inserting the records with the help of this particular method, and that is the first method, and we have seen this particular method, right? Okay, and second one is loading the data from files. Okay, so loading the data from files, what is the meaning of this? Say if we are having a particular table, and we are trying to load the data in the table, and the data is available in a file. So with respect to a file, what we are going to do, so we are going to create the schema, and then we are going to load the data from there, from that particular file. So loading the data from file, it is having two parts. Number one, say what can be the case once the file is available, on local, and second one is once the file is available on HDFS. Once the file is available on HDFS. Okay, so once we are talking about loading the data from files into tables, then there are two main cases. Once the file is available on local, you can try to imagine like we have created a table over here. Okay, we are having a proper schema, and based upon the data which is available in a particular file, we have created a table. Now from that particular that is the blank table basically. That will be the blank table. Now in that particular table we need to load the data. So loading data from file, so it depends like the file is available inside HDFS or inside the local. That is home cloud era or user cloud era. Okay, so based upon the location, there are two methods and what I have mentioned over here, loading from local and loading from HDFS. So we will try to proceed with practical. First we will be trying to create a particular file, and then we will try to load the data. Okay, so just have a look over here. Let me try to check a particular products. Okay, so we are going to proceed with this particular products table only, products CSV only. Okay, and with respect to this particular table, let me try to create the structure. And at this moment, I'm not using this particular keyword external. Okay, and that is say product. And if I'm not mentioning anything over here, which type of table is this? What is the
Manage
type
table.
of this particular table? That is managed table. Managed table. So with respect to the structure of this particular products underscore products.csv, so this particular file is having what? This is having say I like the name of what I can say ID. Okay, then let me try to mention say iPhone in this particular way, camera, and try to go through with this. Say we are having the ID, and then we are having the product name, and then the product cost. So this is the case. Try to take it in this particular way. So based upon this, I'm going to create the schema. Okay, so what I'm having say product ID, and product ID is of say string type, and then say product name that is of say string type, and amount, let me mention say float. Okay, so amount is float. Row format delimited, fields terminated by comma, stored as a text file. That is perfectly fine. Okay, let me try to remove the location. I don't want to go through with this particular location stuff. Because like I'm going to create a managed table, and there is nothing like locations once we are going to create a managed table. So let me try to create this managed table. Okay, and paste over here. Okay, the table has been created. So show tables. Okay, and the product managed table is created over here. Now this is the blank table, friends. Select star from products managed. Product managed. Okay, nothing is there in this particular table. Okay, so nothing is there in this particular table. So what I need to do, I just need to load the data in this particular table, what I have created. So in order to load the data, what I have mentioned, there are two ways, loading the data from local and loading the data from HDFS. So let me proceed with loading the data from local. So the first approach is loading the data, or what I can say, steps involved in order to load the data into table from local. Okay, so there are three steps. Mainly three steps are there. Three steps are there. First one is creation of table. Okay, that is we have done. Second step is, let me mention step one. Step one, creation of table. Then step two, to loading the data into table. Okay, so in order to load the data, friends, what we are having simple command load data and say local in path, load data local in path, and we just need to mention the path. This is the syntax, and say path into and into table and the table name. This is the syntax. So with respect to this particular syntax, let me proceed. So what we are having, load data local in path, and we just need to provide the path. So the product CSV is available over here, inside the product CSV. Let me try to copy the path. So this is the path where product CSV is available. So path, this is the path, and the table name you just need to mention, product CSV. Product CSV into table, which one? The product manage table. So manage table, perfectly fine. Let me check each and everything is looking fine. Now let me try to execute this particular command. Load data local in path, and the path where the file is existing into table, and then the table name. Perfectly fine. Let me execute this. So we need to execute it onto the Hive terminal, paste, and then execute. So it has been done. Let me try to check, select star from this particular table. Okay, and just have a look, we are having the data. So previously we have used integer, so with respect to the data it was throwing error. Now we are able to, now we have resolved that particular error as well, right? Are you able to recall, friends?
Yes, yes, Ashok.
Okay,
Yes,
I
Ashok.
want buying from each and everyone. Okay, so we are able to load the data, right? All of you.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Ashok.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. So we are able to load the data, and the data is available, the file is available onto the local. And the third step, what it will be? Third step, step 2 and step 3, verify the data. Okay, verify the data. The data. Okay, so what we have done, select star from table name. Table name is nothing but what? This is the table name. Okay, this is the table name. Perfect. Now what we have done over here, we have created a table, we have loaded the data, and then we have executed this particular command. So like step by step we are moving, but inside the production environment, what I'm trying to show over here, there is certain other things that we are going to do. So what we will do inside the production environment, or inside the actual working environment, what I can say, we are going to create the table, we are going to create a script onto top of this. So we are not like going to fire these particular command one by one. We are going to put these particular commands in a particular file that is nothing but HQL file. Try to recall, the extension of Hive is HQL. Okay, like we are going to write SQL like queries in order to have the analytics on the data which is stored inside the HDFS. So we are going to write a script for this particular task, what we have done. So let me open a notepad. Okay, in this particular notepad, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this particular command. Okay, copy this particular command and this particular command as well. Okay, and I'm going to copy this particular command as well. Okay, so I have copied each and everything. Now I'm going to change the name because it will throw like a table already existing. Okay, so I'm going to change the name into manage table, and I'm going to create a HQL table, HQL script, and what I can give, I can give a name. Desktop, shared folder, and I'm going to give a name, say my script, my script.hql. Okay, this will be the SQL script, HQL script. Save. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to run this particular stuff what I have done with the help of HQL script. So in order to have the execution with HQL script, how to do the execution with HQL script. Okay, so what you need to do, it will be fired from Cloudera prompt. Okay, it will be fired from the Cloudera prompt. Although like you will be able to fire, you can fire it inside the Hive prompt as well, but the better way is to fire it from the Cloudera prompt. Okay, and what you need to do, you just need to type the command beeline hyphen u, and then you need to mention say JDBC colon hive2 colon and hyphen f, and you need to provide the path of that particular file, path of HQL script, dot HQL script, HQL script. This is the syntax in order to do the execution with the help of HQL script. So let me try to copy Hive 2, Hive server 2. So this is the stuff, and with respect to the syntax, and let me try to get the path of my script.hql. So it is available inside this my script. Okay, this is the path of my script.hql file. Okay, this is the path, and the name of this is my script.html. Okay, perfect. So let me try to copy this and paste it onto the Cloudera prompt. Okay, so I'm going to paste the path of my HQL script. This is the path of this particular HQL script, and hyphen f, that is nothing but file, that is denoting file. So beeline hyphen u jdbc, I'm going to start the Hive server 2, and it will pick this particular file, HQL file, and it will do the execution. Just have a look. So with the help of this is the way, like how the HQL scripts are being executed. This is the way. So connecting to Hive 2, that is perfectly fine. Then it will fire the command. Okay, select star from, and that's what we are getting from this over here. But once we were performing the execution command by command, and this is the execution what I have done with the help of HQL script, right? We are able to get the main way, the main motto is to provide you a flavor how the actual execution is being performed with the help of HQL. We were saying like the Hive is having extension HQL and .HQL, and we are going to write down the script. But how? This is the way, my friends, like how we will be able to write down the HQL scripts. We try to pack our code in a particular file, give the extension, give a name with extension.hql, and then we are going to fire or execute that particular code onto the Cloudera prompt, and this is the command in order to have the execution. So we are able to execute it, right? We are able to have the execution of a particular code with the help of scripts. We have created a script and we were able to execute with the help of script. That is perfectly fine. So we were able to load the data from local. We were able to load the data from local. Then what I need to do in order to load the data from HDFS? That is the second stuff inside the loading data from file. Right? Fine so far, all of you?
Yes, Asham. Yes, Asham. Yes.
Perfect. So now what we are going to do, we are trying to load the data from HDFS. Previously, the data was available to local. That is home Cloudera. Local is nothing home Cloudera. Now, if something is available inside HDFS, that is nothing but user Cloudera. Okay. If something is available inside the HDFS, and then what is the way? So there is a lot of change what we need to do in order to load the data from HDFS. And what will be that change? Let me try to copy all of these particular steps. The steps will remain same. Okay. And what I need to do, first I need to have this product CSV inside that particular path. First I need to have this product CSV inside the Hadoop. So let me try to have, so use Hadoop fs-ls and say user Cloudera and test and Hive test. Okay, so this is the path where I'm going to put my product CSV. So product CSV is not available. Let me try to move the product CSV. So for putting the file, that is put command, and I'm going to put this particular file from this particular path to This is the source. Okay, and this is product CSV dot CSV, and this is the target path. Let me try to put this particular file inside the HDFS, and I'm going to use this particular path in order to move the file into the table. So this particular path will be changed. This is the path from HDFS, and the path what it will be, the HDFS path, HDFS path. And the change what you need to do once the table is there, so table name say underscore HDFS. What I am going to do HDFS, because the data that is denoting like the table is available inside the HDFS. So I'm going to change the table name over here as well. Let me first create the table. Okay, and over here the table is being created. What has happened? What is the issue? Log directory for this session does not exist. It is not a script related issue. It is with respect to so let me connect once again. Let me connect once again. And then I'm going to fire that particular command. This is something like environment related issue. Connecting to this. Okay, perfectly fine. Transaction table read. Let me try to paste that particular command. Okay, the table has been created. And let me try to show show tables. Show tables. The table has been created. So, oh, sorry. So over here, like friends, what I have done, this particular table is created inside the default database. It is not, it will not be available in batch 30 because I have not changed the database over here. So it is available, although it is available over here, that is fine. I can move with that. Okay, product underscore manage underscore HDFS. This is the table what I have created. Now what I need to do, I just need to move the data, and at this moment what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to move the data from HDFS. So the change what you need to do in the command, like over here we have created the table, and the a lot of change what you need to do, you just need to remove this particular in from here, and then it will be load data local path. Okay, load data local. I just need to remove local. In path that will remain same. You just need to remove local keyword. Let me try to do. I'm having a little bit confusion over here. So load data, you just need to remove the local from here, and then you will be able to move the data into table from HDFS. And load data and in path, and then this is the path where the data is available, and into this particular table. I'm trying to move on. So select star from, and this is the product managed HDFS table. Okay, it is having nothing. No records are available in this particular table. Let me try to move the data, load data in path, and this is the path where the product CSV is available, and into this particular table I'm trying to move. Let me try to copy and move the data. Okay, so okay, what is, let me try to, okay, we are able to get okay, the data is available in this particular table. So what you need to do, you just need to do this particular change, the local which was available once we were trying to load data from local, so local keyword was available. You just need to remove this particular local keyword, and that is the change what you need to do. That is a lot of change with respect to the change. So that is the only change what you need to do once you are trying to load the data from HDFS. Okay, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Ashok, for
Loading.
this file should be available in HDFC first, right? We need to move the file from local to HDFC first, and then we
If
can
like
perform this.
if you are having something inside HDFS, you can create schema on top of that, and
Yeah,
then you
right.
will have data inside the
Yes,
table.
right,
Okay.
right.
Okay. Now I'm trying to show you something more. Let me try to do the execution once again. Paste. Um, what I'm trying to show you, load data local in path. It's loading data into the table products dot manage. Okay, just have a look. So select star from products managed. Okay, just have a look. So we are having these many entries. iPhone 7, that is repeated. Now I'm going to insert, I'm going to load the same file once again. Okay, I have executed the same command once again. I have re-executed the command, and just have a look. What is happening? And you need to tell me what has happened over here. Just try to analyze this particular data, and let me try to do the execution. So what is happening over here? What is happening? Previously we were having one,
Yeah,
two,
it is
three,
adding up
four.
the.
It is
It is adding up the data.
adding up. We are having a special word in software industry, what we used to say adding. It is appending the records,
Mm,
right? It is appending the records, whatever is available in our product CSV. If I'm going to keep on executing the command again and again, it is appending these particular records inside this particular table. So whatever we have seen, that is with respect to the append. Okay, it is not checking like if some records are available or not. It is just inserting the new records. Whatever is available, it is going to have those as well, and it is going to append new records as well, right? It is appending the records. Perfect. Clear so far? Like if I'm having the fourth execution, then again it is going to append the records, and just have a look. iPhone is 4 times over here. So it is keep on appending the records. Okay, so whatever we have seen, that is with respect to the append. If you don't want to append the records, if you don't want to append the records, then what we just need to do, we just need to add a keyword over here, Okay, what I can say, versions of loading records in a table from in a table from local or SDFS. It will happen with SDFS as well, but from the SDFS we are getting error. That is not the as per my expectation. Like path does not exist. The path is available. So don't bother about that. So versions of loading records in a table from file first one from file first one is append method, and this is nothing but append, whatever we have seen. So this is nothing but append method, and the second one, what is the second one? Overwrite method, overwrite method. So for overwrite, okay, so for that what you just need to do, you just need to add a special word, load data local, load data in path from this particular path, and we just need to mention overwrite over here, overwrite into table and the table name, right? And let me try to do the execution. Okay, let me try to explain it with this one, because like we are able to get the understanding, because we have inserted so much records with the help of this particular command. Now what we are going to do, overwrite, we will be going to utilize overwrite keyword, and just have a look what is happening with the help of overwrite. Okay, so overwrite is going to avoid or delete whatever is existing in this particular table and insert the new or new records. Just have a look, and we have executed the same command, but over here we have utilized this particular keyword overwrite, and just have a look, we are having the new records only. This is the newer version. Whatever was available previously, that has been dropped, and we will be going to move with these particular records. So this is the second version of loading records from a particular file. Okay, so we are utilizing overwrite keyword over here. Perfectly fine, friends.
Yes, yes, sure. Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so I think that's enough for the day. We are left with the third method in order to load the data. That is loading data from files, from table. Third method is loading the data into tables, into table from another table. Another table. That is the third method, that we will be going to start from, uh, uh, that we will be going to cover in our tomorrow's session. Okay, let me try to explain what we have covered in our today's session. So in today's session we have gone through with types of tables, and what we are able to get, there are three types of tables: managed, external, and temporary. Okay, temporary way, like from the developer's perspective, there is no need to worry about temporary table, and external tables are the preferred one, because over here the actual data will remain same, and metadata will be deleted if we are going to fire the drop table command. Then what we have seen, like how to load the data into the tables, so once we are talking about loading the data, then there are three methods: insert, like with the help of insert, and that is not the preferred way. And second one is loading the data from files. Once we are talking about loading the data from files, then it is having two flavors, loading from local and loading from the HDFS. So we have seen from both of the location, and once we are loading the data from HDFS, then a little bit change is there. We just need to remove the local keyword, and then we will be able to move the data into a particular table. Okay, then we have seen like the append and overwrite mechanism in order to load the data in a particular table. Override is going to drop all the existing records from the table and insert the newer one. And if we are not using override keyword, then default method is append. So it is keep on appending, keep on adding records in your methodology or in your terminology, what I can say. So it is keep on appending the records in the table based upon the execution of the command, like loading data into table from a particular location. So it is keep on appending the records. Then we have seen okay, that's what we have seen. And loading the data from one table to another, we will be going to cover in our tomorrow's session. That's it, my friend. If something is there that you want to discuss, you can ask. Let me stop recording and take your queries.